Okay, so now we have our photon coming in, and it's just 1 degree off horizontal. So it's almost horizontal, but just a little bit has a little vertical component. It is reflected that after going through the polarizing beam splitter, it gets split into two parts. 2% go through one arm, through upper arm, and 98% of it go through the lower arm. Yes, upper arm, lower arm. And after getting recombined on the second beam splitter, polarizing beam splitter, we are back to the initial state as we were. Everything as we were. Now, question to you: what happens if we decide to chain this photon back, feed it back, and allow it to go through our setup again? I'll give you one second, pause the video, think about it. Now, if we do it, essentially nothing happens. The photon goes, cycles around, and if it's not get lost, of course, real physical systems are messy and lossy, but if it's an ideal system, it would go through indefinitely. But now, interesting thing. What happens if we apply a polarization rotation on it? I draw it in such a way, even in red. Polarization rotation by giving it plus 1 degree. So try to pause the video and think what happens now. Now what happens is that our photon becomes polarized into plus 2 degrees, and that's a little bit further away from the horizontal. And then when it comes here, it's already 2 degrees polarized. And when it goes through the beam splitter, it's not anymore 2% versus 98%. It's perhaps 3% versus 97%. The amount by which it grows is again governed by particular laws in the quantum mechanics, and is essential and important, but we still skip it. Yes, what happens as it cycles through the interferometer and gets out of the second polarizing beam splitter, so it gets out of here, and what happens next? We see already not plus 1 degree, but plus 2 degrees polarization of the photon. Now, as it cycles through, think what happens. Okay, I hope you thought. This changes to 3 degrees, more percent, less percent, 3 degrees. So basically what happens is that polarization of photon gets rotated from horizontal, from almost being totally horizontal, into, after enough number of circles, it gets rotated into the vertical polarization. Now my question is, how many circles needed for the photon to convert into vertical polarization? How many circles into plus 45 degrees polarization? How many circles to minus 45 degrees polarization? Think about it.